All right, next up we have Jeffrey Bezaire, who's going to be talking about our little friend algae with big solutions. Jeffrey says, I've always been interested in how things evolve, everything from behavior to business. I love to learn and enjoy finding new ways to evolve by knowledge of myself and the world around me. I'm currently interested in algae and what it can do and how we can use it. So let's hear about algae from Jeffrey.
Hello, my name is Jeff Bezaire. I currently work with the National Algae Biomass Association, and I'm here to introduce our little friend algae with big solutions. Currently, we know of about 300,000 different species of algae. Okay? It's in the water, it's on the ground, it's in the air, it's absolutely everywhere. Most people probably know of algae as that stubborn thing that grows inside your fish tank. But there are different kinds of algae that you're already familiar with. So algae itself is not a bacteria. It's actually more closely related to human beings. It comes in two forms, micro and macro. Micro being the smaller single-celled organisms, and macro being seaweed, kelp-like algae. So algae is autotrophic. It performs photosynthesis and respiration with light, CO2, water, and nutrients to produce glucose. It then consumes the sugars for cellular processes such as protein and lipid synthesis. So the lipids, or the oils, can be turned into plastics. All plastic is made from oil. We can also make things like biofuel or biodiesel and other products. The cake itself works as a fertilizer for agriculture and different pharmaceuticals depending on the type of algae you actually grow. So biomass is plant matter. Oil is extracted from biomass. Currently for biomass production, we are using mostly corn, soy, and sunflowers. This uses agricultural land where algae can be grown in bioreactors and produces higher yields of oil per acre per year. So algae itself can recycle the actual carbon produced from our industry. And the importance of this is that for carbon credits, as it actually makes the plant itself carbon neutral. Other algae, such as spirulina, is commonly used today for food, and in many different ways. So currently you'll find it for things like fish food, in your drinks, as well as food supplements. Algae also has the potential to provide sustainable sources of food around the world. The fertilizer itself can be the actual dried biomass, just spread it on your agricultural land. It can also be used for feed, or as you can see, you can make a cake out of it. Okay? Pharmaceuticals as well. Specific chemicals such as extensiphene are very hard to come by and can be actually extracted from the biomass that's produced with algae. So some of these chemicals can sell for around $2,000 to $10,000 per kilogram. Waste management is another thing that algae can tackle itself. We are actually currently using algae for different ways of recycling human waste. So imagine if your home was able to turn all your, say, shower, toilet, and laundry wastewater into more clean water, oxygen, and so on. So what does this mean for us? Okay? This means we can start turning what we would have called pollution, a problem, into precious waste. If we don't filter this pollution through algae, we're now wasting valuable resources. So algae is pretty much the shit. But where do we go from here? What can we do with algae? Or what can you do more specifically? Well, we grow algae. We get a head start on what is coming next. Algae has been researched extensively since the 60s as a source of alternative fuel and the sequestration of CO2. It is only a matter of time before we start seeing algae as part of our daily routine. So what do we need to grow algae at home? We need heat. Your house is probably warm enough. CO2. The air in your house will work. You need water. Tap water will work. Light from a window or a lamp. Agitation so it doesn't suffocate because it needs to breathe. And nutrients, something like, say, lettuce. So start talking to people. You can grow it by yourself, with friends, family, however you like. The internet is full of information and a great place to compare your results. So if you wanted to grow algae yourself, here's a simple setup you could actually do. So you pump the air into the water in your container, or like a pop bottle, a little bit of light, some nutrients, and you're now growing algae. Your setup can cost from anything as in being free, or you can pick up a pump for about $10 to $20 online. So you do not need to be an expert to grow algae. All you need is to want to learn something new. If you don't think you can do it, or you don't think you know enough to do it, you're missing my point. The goal is to learn. So algae in scale can be very small, but its solutions it can provide are huge. We currently have big problems and need big solutions to help turn the clock around on pollution. Just like the past, it has always been and always will be a group of people who come together to do something. When a group of people come together around an idea, anything is possible. If the idea is a greener, more sustainable future incorporating systems approach with nature, I'm excited to see what we can achieve together. Thank you.